Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you a product that is older, but it's still pretty neat and will really help you out if you are into note taking. This is a Livescribe Smartpen. This is an older model, very old. This is the Livescribe Pulse, which came out in, I believe, maybe about 2009, 2010. And what this pen does is it works in conjunction with this special paper. This is the Livescribe dot paper, and this paper has tiny dots all around it. And in this pen, there is a camera in here that takes a whole bunch of pictures at one time, and it tells the internal memory of the camera of the pen to save all of your writings. Everything that you write is going to be saved on this pen, and then connecting it to a dock, and then connecting that dock to your computer. And downloading the Livescribe desktop software will allow you to transfer everything that you write inside of this book to your desktop for future reference. Also, a cool thing about this particular model of a pen is that it has a built-in microphone, so you can start recording on the pen while you're taking your notes, and it will record everything that's going on around you. So if you need to go back and reference your notes, you don't have to wonder, whoa, I could have sworn that this person said something here, but I can't quite remember, because it will be saved on the pen, and all you have to do is tap on the paper and it'll automatically play back on the pen. And if you don't want to bother anyone, it also has a headphone jack, so you can put some headphones in there and listen to your notes without hassling anyone. So let me show you how this whole thing works. It's like an ordinary notebook, but it's actually Livescribe dot paper, which has all these cool little features and functions built in. For example, this is a built-in calculator that you can use on the pen if you wanted to use a calculator with the pen, and you would use that in conjunction with the screen that's built into the pen. Now here's the thing, this pen is quite old and the screen has completely died, which I believe was a common problem with these Livescribe Pulse pens and maybe some other models as well. And people were complaining that they've only had their pen for maybe slightly out of warranty, maybe about a year or two, and their screens were dying, and Livescribe wasn't all that helpful. They would just say, buy a new one. In future models of these Livescribe pens, they don't have screens, and they really just rely on things like tablets to as a companion device. So even though the screen doesn't work, you don't necessarily need it to do the core task, which is just taking notes. But if you wanted to do some more advanced things, playing with the calculator and things like that, then yeah, it would be useful to have this screen. So we can't do any of the screen stuff. So let me just show you how the note taking works. On this paper, there are controls at the very bottom of it. Let me just show you. If I double tap on this navigation icon, the pen will say main menu. Maybe you didn't hear it, so let me tap on the volume icon on the paper to turn the pen up. Now these are just normal, these aren't actual buttons. I mean, it feels like paper, it's embedded in the paper. But these little dots that you can't see on camera are positioned in such a way that it tells the pen exactly what those functions are. So let me just pretend like I'm going to take some notes here. I'm going to pull up on my phone a podcast that I did a long time ago, and I'm going to take notes to it. And as soon as I start, I'm going to hit the record button down here on the paper, and I'm just going to take notes to the podcast. So I'm going to start the podcast, hit record, and take some notes.
It seems to be like an arena-based beat 'em up, in which you keep going down for floors further and further down until you reach the end. And you fight your rival, don't you? Like this other...
Yeah, the other girl. I can't
She's a
remember her name at the
princess?
moment. She's not really a princess. She's just, you know how in those Japanese games they're like, oh, well, she's the highest or like the most respected, so people call her princess.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they're calling Francesca princess when she's not.
Yeah.
And stop. I'm not sure if you heard the podcast, but that was me and Jenny Lotta talking about a game that came out a long time ago. It was called like Cruxlier or something like that. But I just took some really rough notes. About the game, I said that it was an arena game. It was a beat 'em up. It had a lot of floors. There's a princess girl, but she's not really a princess. Those are very somewhat vague notes, and if you really want to know the context of what I was talking about, just by reading these notes, you would have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. So that's why I recorded the audio. So if I just tap anywhere on this, it will play back the section that was actually being put out with the audio. So here we go. I'm going to tap at the very beginning.
Take some notes. Like arena-based beat 'em up, in which you keep going down from floors further and further down until you reach the end.
I'm going to stop here, and if I say like, what's this about many floors? What did I say about that? Let me tap on many floors.
Floors further and further down until you reach the end. You fight your rival, don't you? Like this other...
Yeah, the other girl, I think you're princess.
Princess, the princess girl. What's that all about? So I look at my notes and I'm like, oh, princess girl. Well, let me tap on this to see what was being said at that time.
She's not really a princess. She's just, you know how in those Japanese games of like, oh, well, she's the highest or like the most respected, so people call her princess.
Okay.
So that's why they're calling Francesca princess when she's not.
Yeah.
And that is a really good way to figure out the context of the notes that you were taking. And you don't have to record, but it's very, very helpful when you're doing so. And if I were to plug this pen into this dock and then plug it into my computer, this page will be pulled up. My handwriting will be exactly the same, and it'll also have embedded in it that audio file. So I will still be able to just...
Most respected, so people call her princess. So that's why they're calling Francesca.
I will still have access to all of those different audio files. Up to 1 gig of storage on here. And that's really the main point of a pen such as this. And it also has some really weird features. Like, for example, I can make a piano. So let's make a piano. I do that by going into this menu.
Main menu.
And then I'll go down.
Applications. Paper replay. Connect. Piano.
Here, piano. I'm going to go to the right.
Draw your piano. First, draw 9 vertical lines from left to right.
Alright, I'm going to draw 9 vertical lines. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Connect the lines on the top and bottom.
Connect the lines. Okay. And now this one.
Write the letter I. This is your instrument icon. Double tap when you're done.
Okay, I'm going to write the letter I and double tap.
Write the letter R. This is your rhythm tracks icon.
R. Double tap.
Tap the keys to play.
Alright, so I just made a piano. So let's play the piano. I can change the instrument by tapping it.
Vibraphone.
Do a vibraphone.
Kalimba.
Kalimba.
Steel drum.
Steel drums.
Fiddle.
Fiddle.
Flute.
Ooh, flute. And also play some rhythm.
Celeste.
Alright, I'm gonna stop it. So yeah, that's something that's not it's not very useful, but it's cool, and it just sort of shows you how these little dots in this paper can really communicate with this pen. And yeah, it's really great if you are in school and you need to take some notes, or if you work in an environment that requires you to take notes. Now, this is a pretty large notebook, but you can get smaller notebooks, things that you can, just hold in your hand and really jot down some fast notes. You don't have to carry this big thing around with you. But yeah, this is the Livescribe Pulse. This is an older pen. It's you'll be better off buying one of the newer models most likely, but this is just an overview of how these pens work in general. Despite all the different features, they are geared towards helping you to take better notes. And I just wanted to share this with you because my parents found this, I believe, at a garage sale, and they spent like $5 on it or something, and it was a good deal for what it is. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll see you later.